What you are about to view in the next 15 minutes is the mini mental state exam and clock drawing audio-video instructional tape. This audio-video instructional tape will cover the following topics: the introduction to the MMSE and the CDT, a tutorial on how to administer the tests, one teaching video to demonstrate how the tests are administered, a tutorial on how to score the tests, and reliability video that will show another subject being tested. You will score the MMSE and the CDT in this reliability video at the end of this tutorial. The Mini Mental State Examination, or MMSE, was developed and published by Folstein and Folstein in 1975. It has since been widely used around the world and validated in many non-English languages. The MMSE-P is the Philippine version of the original MMSE, which was adapted and validated in 2003. The MMSE-P has 7 other versions in the various Philippine languages. These versions are available for use and can be accessed in www.agingdementiaris.com.ph. Among these are the following: Ilocano, Pangasinense, Kapampangan, Waray, Bicol, Cebuano, Hiligaynon. What will be presented in this video is the English version of the MMSE-P. The MMSE-P is a 30-point screening test for cognition, and it has 6 domains. Number 1, orientation to place, which is assigned 5 points. Number 2, orientation to time, which is assigned 5 points. Number 3, 3 points is given for registration. Number 4, 5 points is given for attention. Number 5, the recall domain is given 3 points. And number 6, language has the highest number of points, which is 9 points divided into naming, 2 points, repetition, 1 point, auditory comprehension, 3 points, reading comprehension, 1 point, copying, 1 point, writing, 1 point, for a total of 9 points. The heavy points assigned to language, that is 9 out of 30, makes adaptation, translation, and validation very important. A subject who does not speak the language of the tester will fail the test, even if he is cognitively normal. For the general guidelines on MMSE-P administration, prior to the assessment, the tester is advised to prepare this instruction guide, the MMSE response sheet, a pencil, a wristwatch, the command card for the reading instruction, template for figure copying, and blank sheets of paper. This instruction sheet should not be visible to the subject during the test administration. All details and personal information of the subject must be written at the top portion of the response sheet. For example, name, date, years of education, etc. Write all the responses of the subject in the space provided in the response sheet. Score all the items and write the total score at the bottom of the response sheet. For the specific instructions, it will be given per domain as follows. For orientation to time, ask the subject what date, day, month, year, and season it is. If parts of the date were omitted, ask specifically for it. Example: can you also tell me what month or year it is? For orientation to place, ask the subject in what specific place or hospital he is in, what floor he is in, what town or city, province, and country he is in. For registration, tell the subject that you are going to test his memory. Read aloud the names of 3 objects, mango, table, and coin, at the rate of 1 second each. Afterwards, ask him to repeat the 3 words. If the subject was not able to recall all the 3 objects during the first trial, repeat them until he is able to recall all the objects, but this may be done up to 6 trials only. For attention or calculation, ask the subject to spell the word carne. Afterwards, ask him to spell this word backwards. For delayed recall, ask the subject to recall and say the names of the objects that were said to him earlier: the mango, table, and coin. For language, in naming, show the subject a wristwatch and ask him to tell you what it is. Do the same for pencil. In repetition, read the phrase, "Minikaniko ni Monica ang makina," and ask the subject to repeat it exactly as it was said. Do not repeat the sentence even if requested by the subject. In the 3-stage command, give the subject a sheet of paper while giving the entire 3-step command straight as a single command. It is important to be aware not to break the commands into segments. In reading, show the command card to the subject, ask him to read it, and do exactly what it says. In writing, give the subject a blank sheet of paper and ask him to write a sentence. Do not dictate a sentence as it has to be written spontaneously. In copying, provide the subject with pencil and blank sheet of paper. Ask him to copy the intersecting pentagons. Do not provide a ruler or any writing reinforcement, even if requested by the subject. That ends the instructions for the MMSE-P. The clock drawing test is another simple cognitive screening test that complements the MMSE-P because it assesses abstraction, executive function, attention, visuospatial function. Unlike the MMSE-P, it transcends language. For the general instruction of the clock drawing test, give the subject a blank sheet of paper and ask him to draw a clock while placing all the numbers in the proper position. Tell the subject to draw a clock, put in all the numbers of the clock, and set the hands of the clock at 10 minutes past 11. If the subject draws the same length of the hands of the clock, ask him, which one is the long hand and the short hand? That ends the introduction to the MMSE-P and CDT. Now, we are going to view how the MMSE-P and CDT are administered.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Tony. I am a psychologist at the center. Today, I will be administering a brief test of cognitive function called the MMSE or the Mini Mental State Examination. Some of the questions will be easy and some of the questions will be hard. Before we begin, may I have your name, please?
I am Galos.
When is your birthday, ma'am?
May 1st, 1933.
Alright. What date is it today?
November 21, 2011.
Okay. What day of the week is it today?
Today is Monday.
What season are we in?
Season?
Yes.
It's almost Christmas time.
What is the name of this place we are in?
St. Luke's Medical Center. We are now at the North Tower, 10th floor. 1017, room 1017.
In what floor are we in?
10th floor.
Okay. Along what street are we in?
Yan, hindi ko alam. I always come here but I don't know the street.
Okay po. Which town or city are we in?
Quezon City. Ay, alam ko na yung street.
Yes, ma'am.
Rodriguez.
Which country are we in?
Philippines.
Okay. Now, I am going to give you a test for memory. I will tell you 3 words. After I say all 3 of them, repeat them back to me. I will also ask you to remember them because I will ask them from you later in the test.
Okay.
Here are the 3 words. Mangga, mesa, pera. Please repeat them back to me.
Mangga, mesa, pera.
Alright. Spell the word carne.
Carne.
Spell the word carne.
K-A-R-N-E.
Now, spell the word carne backwards.
I-N-A-E-N-A-E-N-R-A-K.
Okay. What were the words that I asked you to remember earlier?
Mangga, mesa, pera.
What is the name of this object?
That is a wristwatch.
Okay. What is the name of this object?
Pencil.
I am going to say a phrase to you. Repeat the phrase exactly as I said it. Minekaniko ni Monica ang makina.
Maniko ni hindi ko nakalimutan pa. Namani ko ni Kena ang makina.
Okay po. Ma'am, what hand do you use for writing?
The right hand.
The right hand po. Okay. So, I want you to take this paper with your left hand, fold it in 2, then put it on your lap. Alright, thank you, ma'am. Now, read what is written here and do what it says.
Close your eyes.
Okay. Let me open your eyes. Now, I want you to write a sentence on this paper.
Any sentence?
Yes po. Thank you. Now, I want you to copy this figure on this paper. Now, I am going to give you another test, which is called the clock drawing test. Draw a clock, put in all the numbers of the clock, and set the hands of the clock at 10 minutes past 11. Thank you very much, ma'am. We're done. Thank you po for your time.
You're welcome.